Is up, Alpha Squadron? To start this video off, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Also, for some reason, this mountain really reminds me of Packed PNG, but that's completely unrelated. Anyways, recently they added the happy ghasts to Minecraft, and let's just say I'm not a big fan. In fact, I made a whole video about how much I disliked them, but I decided not to release that because a wise person once said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So I withheld from uploading that even though I freaking fully made and edited the video. Anyways, one of the biggest things I didn't like was the freaking goggles. So I went ahead and made a texture pack or resource pack, whatever, since it's bedrock. I don't really know, whatever. That quite simply just removes the goggles. Works on all, all the colors, you know. Why is that one small? I don't know. But yeah, very nice. Goggleless Ghasts is what it's called. So if you want to check it out, go ahead and download it on any of the places linked in the description. Planet Minecraft, CurseForge, freaking MCPEDL, freaking stupid story, man. So I use MCPEDL somewhat frequently. I don't know, for Minecraft Metropolis. So I wanted to have this pack on there, but turns out you can't just freaking upload it. You have to upload it through CurseForge, which I've never uploaded anything there, so I had to like create an account on that. And it's a freaking good thing I did, because when I uploaded it there, that's the most successful place. That has almost freaking 800 downloads on CurseForge, which is probably freaking more downloads than this video is gonna get views. So this is a kind of a pointless announcement. But whatever. Even if one person gets it from this video, I'll take that, you know? It's now also on MCPDL, but stupid because I can't even freaking access it through my account. It's uploaded on there, but I can't see it in my submissions on my account, so I can't like see any statistics or anything other than how many votes it has or whatever. And it has like freaking 2 votes versus CurseForge, which has almost 800 downloads. I think freaking Planet Minecraft has like freaking 7 downloads or something. So really, CurseForge is where it's at. Anyways, that's about it for this section. Hooray! All right, now that that's over with, let's get into this. It's the 6-year anniversary of this world, which is pretty epic. So I'm gonna do my classic celebration. And I'm gonna do a bit of an update to the world tour. Also, I just want to see days played 6,972. That's quite a few days. You can compare it to my last world tour, but that's a lot of days. Almost freaking 7,000. Random thing I've noticed is I've pretty much almost the exact amount of days as IBX Toy Cat, which is a bit random, but I think he just hit 7,000 days or is close. But he's had his freaking world for way longer than I have had mine. And he's a freaking YouTuber whose job it is to play the world. So I don't know how the fuck I have the same amount of days as him on something I'm just doing for fun. Anyways, shout out IBX Toy Cat. He really needs the shout out. It's been 2 years since the world tour, so it's a bit strange because some of the stuff I've done is like over a year old, and then some of it is done within like the past week. Oh yeah, also, I can never just freaking get into the video. I always have something to say. This guy just keeps fucking yapping. I mentioned this in last year's celebration, but there was a bit of an incident where I freaking lost a hell of a lot of progress. I'm actually gonna explain how that happened in my next hardcore video. It'll make sense when that video comes out, I guess, because I'm gonna explain it. But yeah, I'll go over some of the things that I lost and had to redo or whatever in this. Alright, so a lot's freaking changed, man. Since 2 years ago. I freaking completely redid so much. Like, so fucking much, man. It's just completely changed. The whole island, my whole spawn base. This island used to be quartz, this used to be fully glass. But I switched it up because I just wasn't happy with it. Like, there was so much clashing styles and stuff, and I just wanted it to all blend together more. So I freaking got rid of all the quartz. Freaking stupid. All of this rectangular base, I freaking changed it so many times. It used to be just grass, I think. Then I added glass. Then I added moss carpets, and now it's this. Let's hope it's the final time I have to completely redo the entire thing. So yeah, I completely redid all of that. I made the mountain into a more uniform oval shape instead of the weird hill it was on. The gate is gone because that was kind of weird. This weird gated section when all of this is completely safe anyways. New fountains. I actually just did these very recently because I was missing my fountains and being able to trident from everywhere. I think this is new. I updated this bridge with a little hut, which is nice. I got a happy Ghast just chilling here with, of course, using the Goggleless Ghasts resource pack. Download now. Hashtag ad. Not getting paid though. And I'm the one who made it. And then the theme of redoing everything. The greenhouse, it kind of just felt too blocky. So how do you make something less blocky? Just add a curve. So I added a curved roof. Not much else. I mean, that's a big freaking change, obviously, redoing the entire roof. I think there are also some new farms in here. I don't know if that's new or not, but that's for glowberries in my old glow lichen farm. This is the modern glow lichen farm because, in case you weren't aware, I needed a lot of freaking glow lichen for is it lichen or lichen? I never know. I don't care. But yeah, added. Also, very important that you are aware of this. I now have a vine farm. Let's freaking go. Am I ever going to need vines? I don't fucking think so, but now I have one. Hooray! Freaking the biome ball also was another thing that it was very random, you know, a random glass dome just didn't really match. So now it's a nice structure with a nice, I don't know, nice aesthetic instead of just random. It feels like it's supposed to be here. Also, all of my freaking animals have been restocked. Greg over here, brown panda, took so freaking long to get this guy. I freaking like so many trees from a jungle and flew around for probably hours. Freaking spent trying to find this guy. Yeah, added more mobs too, like the armadillos are new. They also have all of the new hot and cold variants of mobs, like the cows and pigs and chickens, but I think if I added those to these, it would be overcrowded a bit, so I think I'm gonna hold off on that. Might as well check this out. Updated this room. I know, big news. Now I have armadillo skewed farm over here. More space. Also the new chickens. Just did this. Why not have these? But I only have 2 chickens because I learned my lesson. Because if you add a bunch of chickens, you get way too many eggs. So many eggs, in fact, that I decided to expand my storage of eggs. So now it's down here. And I'm slowly gonna fill my way up, and maybe one day in 30 years, I'll go all the way from bedrock to rooftop here or something. I don't know. Probably not. Very, very random. You gotta check this out. I updated my minecart track. And now you can decide where you want to go. So now I'm going to the gold farm. So I added a path to the wool farm over here, you know. And there's a little switcher that you can switch directions. And before you reach the switcher, there's an indicator. So whichever one's lit up is the one you're going to. So right now I'm going to the gold farm. So I know if I want to go to the gold farm, I don't need to do anything. But if I want to go to the egg farm, I gotta get ready to hit the switch. And you get the idea. I don't know, very random little thing that I freaking did very impulsively. It's actually stupid, the story behind why I did this. So basically, when I was making the new fountains, I had a bunch of freaking shulker boxes, like a chest monster basically, at the time, and some of the blocks I needed were in there. And I decided, you know what, before I start doing these fountains, I'm gonna clean up all of these shulker boxes, put all the stuff where it's supposed to go, and then I'll start something new. You know, pretty fair. And then after I was done doing that, I had in my ender chest, you know, I have these shulker boxes for extra storage. This one is my original extra storage box named Bit of Extra Storage, but I had more room in my ender chest, so I decided might as well just add more extra storage. And I dyed them orange originally, but then after putting everything away, I was reconsidering. I was like, well, do I want them the same color as the OG extra storage or a different color? So freaking stupid thing to even be flustered about. Who cares? Not me. I ended up not changing it anyway. But anyways, when considering if I wanted to dye them, I was thinking of colors, and I was like, you know what? Let me check out my wool farm, because that has all of the colors in the wall. So I can look and see what color I might like to have. And then that's where, because I had already added the path to the wool farm and the switcher, but I didn't have the indicators. So it was basically, there's the switcher, but you don't know where you're going. So it doesn't freaking matter, because you can switch it or not, you don't really know where you're gonna go. So that's when I decided I was gonna add the indicators. All of that freaking completely off track when I was supposed to just freaking build a fountain. Freaking stupid, man. Enough rambling about. Let's get into some other stuff. Over here, man, this is an ongoing thing, and it's so freaking stupid. I've always wanted villager crop farms. Not that I need them for any reason, I just wanted them. So I decided to finally make them, but man, it's so freaking annoying. I can't freaking get it to work properly. The top layer works fine right now, the potatoes, but the bottom two layers, the carrots and the beetroot, they're just freaking keep breaking. So right now they're not throwing this guy the stuff. I think it's because he accidentally picks something up, but he shouldn't be able to, so I'm gonna have to replace the villagers again. I've already replaced them like freaking 3 times. It's just pissing me the fuck off, but yeah. Also, I don't even remember what the plan was, but I think I was gonna connect this to this and like completely redo the stables as well, but that's a problem for another day. You may see something new. That's obviously the bee farm over here. Yep, I obviously had to have a bee farm. So this is a nice little building, nice little black and yellow windows, little nice touch, I think. And of course, the bee farm is freaking broken right now, I think. You have a little tunnel where you can get into the redstone. Yeah, this hopper clock is just not working at all. I don't know what the problem is. I don't think this pistons are supposed to be touching like that. I have no idea how this freaking happened. That's great. I'll have to fix that eventually, but it's like freaking, I don't really need honey that much, so it's not really a priority. In my giant revamp of this, I I replaced the little mine entrance with a more appropriate mine entrance. It's looking nice. And now also I have an official, more nice looking bat cave. I think I showed my bat off in the world tour, and now he has a nice cave. Hooray! Is it finally time to address the elephant in the room? I added Hale Gardens to the forest. Hooray! Everyone, this is what everyone has been wanting to know about. Have this thing for some reason. I think I'm trying to trap skeleton jockeys and stuff for my mob prison, but this didn't work because I tried trapping one and it still escaped and it was a whole disaster. So I don't even know what's going on there, but that's not permanent, obviously. But yeah, I updated this place a little bit. We have a nice room for me. Instant reports. All good, buddy. That's the only report. I suppose I should... You know what? Fuck it. Let's update the report to skeleton jockey dead. There you go. New instant report. We also have a secret room, which is nothing. But yeah, I redid the cells and had this extra space, so Easter egg. But now I got all of the mobs that died back, and I also chunk aligned the cells so there's no way of them despawning. I still have a lot of work to do here. Well, yeah, a lot. I have more plans. I need to get a Ghast, a Wither, a Warden, Enderman. I want to get the jockeys, the guardians. Enderman had a question mark because until recently there was no freaking way to trap Enderman on Bedrock Edition because they could just teleport out of boats and minecarts and stuff, but now I think they updated that. But before then, I think the only way you could trap one is if it had nowhere to teleport to, but to do that you need an absolutely massive freaking room, and it just wouldn't have been worth it, I don't think. But now I can just do it easy if they can be stuck in the carts. So yeah, there's gonna be like a whole new basement section eventually, and I'm gonna make a nice entrance eventually. Alright, let's talk about this little thing over here. You might remember my sacred bath. Well, decided to update it a bit, move it here on this, which is Pet Palace. Oh yeah. So this is Pet Palace. Basically, for a while, I've been wanting a place to put all of my like pets. I've wanted like one of each pet. So this is the place for that. I think originally I wanted to do like a village where each one was in its own house, but I decided fuck that. Let's make one structure, and might as well combine it with me wanting to move the bath. Is the bath area like, it was nice and all, but it wasn't like spawn proof, so I would be chilling in there and then like a zombie would pull up and attack me, and I didn't want to spawn proof the whole mountain. That's beside the point. Also, random fun fact, these are the original blocks from over there. The freaking grass hasn't even regrown yet because this was recent, but these are all the original exact blocks ripped straight from there. Enough about that, let's look inside. We got all the axolotls chilling in here. We got all the dogs. Fun fact, I'm pretty sure when all the new dogs came out, I got them, and then as part of my great progress loss, I think I lost all of the dogs and I had to freaking spend hours getting them a freaking second time. So freaking stupid, man. But yeah. There's a lot of dogs in there, and more dogs in here. I think they added a new dog painting that I might add in here. Over here we have the aviary. all the parrots. Hell, yes. Nice view. It's actually a pretty sick view, you know. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, fun freaking fact, man. I think the hardest freaking part of all of this is the freaking respawn anchors, man. So, these little lovely critters right here, these little blocks. Freaking little did I know when designing this that respawn anchors are freaking require 6 crying obsidian and 3 glowstone per respawn anchor, and then an additional 4 glowstone to fully charge them. So that's 7 glowstone, 6 crying obsidian, and crying obsidian and glowstone are both freaking not that easy to obtain. Crying obsidian, the only good way to get it is through bartering, and I didn't have that much gold, or at least didn't have enough, so I had to AFK at the gold farm, and then I even upgraded it with auto crafters, the gold farm, and freaking, I don't know, it was just so freaking annoying. And then glowstone, there's also not really a great way to get it, just I had to mine a bunch manually. You can also get it from like witches, but I don't have a witch farm, and like general mob farm and raid farms aren't that useful for glowstone, so it just was all freaking stupid. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. You can also get it through trading villagers, so I got a bunch of clerics to trade with. Also, another freaking stupid thing about respawn anchors is they blow up in the overworld. So, freaking one misclick when placing all of these. Oh yeah, another freaking, I forgot to mention, but all of the resources, you know, 6 crying obsidian, 7 glowstone, gotta times that by, I think it was 148 respawn anchors went into this. So that's a freaking, how many? Yeah, fucking Jesus. So, one misclick when placing these 148 anchors, and it just blows shit up and causes a ruckus. It only happened one time when placing all these, so I guess that's great. Good that it didn't happen more than once. Alright, let's move on. We also have the OG color variant of dogs up in the big tower, because why not? Also, another random stupid fact, if you remember, we got a bow over here, so he's just freaking living in a dirt hut when there's a whole freaking palace for pets right next to him. But yeah, so that's kind of funny. It's his choice. He doesn't need all that bougie shit, you know. He likes it where he is. Then of course on this side we got all of the cats. These took a while to get. You know, some of them weren't too bad because I could just breed cats I already had. Freaking others took a while though. Like freaking this guy, I didn't have any of this type, so I freaking had to go to my villager hall and try to get one. I think it freaking took like 30 tries before I got the right cat, so that's great. And then this room, freaking this cat, you. Turns out black cats are hard to get because they spawn in witch huts, you know, so you can get them from there. The only other way they spawn is apparently they spawn in newly generated villages during a full moon, which kind of just sounds like a freaking joke, like someone would say about something, like, it's freaking once in a blue moon. Well, it's once in a newly generated village on a new moon if you want this guy. Or just go to a witch hut, which is what I did. Freaking, like, I went like 24,000 blocks out or something to freaking find one. But yeah, then we have all of these guys, which are sort of the weird area of what's considered a pet, because there are some mobs that you can like befriend, which is that taming? That's sort of. So I just added them anyway. We got the Arctic foxes and regular foxes and the ocelot. I guess you can also tame the rideable mobs, but I didn't add them here because they're at the stables and whatever. I don't think there's anyone in this upper tower yet. Maybe they'll add more pets someday that can go in there. There's still so many freaking projects that I've been planning to do for so long, like upgrading like the giant tree here. I haven't done the freaking cloud. I'm actually finally gonna upgrade the cloud soon. So I've already removed the old cloud and I'm upgrading it soon, so you'll probably see that next year or something. Man, I freaking suck at making videos. Should have mentioned this at the start probably. But freaking my world tour from 2 years ago, I rewatched it before making this just because some of the freaking stuff, man, I don't know when I built it, so I didn't know if it showed it in there or not. So I rewatched that and I figured, because I've been wanting to do this, just because I finally added timestamps to that video. So if you want to check that video out, now's a better time than ever. Freaking 2 years after I made it, now it has timestamps. So I got a little list of things I noticed in that video, and one of them is I added a entrance to my slime farm. Hell yeah, now I got a little slime tunnel. That part's not decorated, and I don't think ever will be, but now this is decorated, which is nice. Alright, I think that's it for the main base area. I guess might as well point this out. You may notice my frogs are gone from my aquarium. Frickin' Minecraft, man. Apparently they changed it so that pufferfish can now aggro when they see a frog. Why did they add this? That's a good fucking question, but now the pufferfish kills frogs, I guess. So I think I'm gonna have to remove the pufferfish and add the frogs back. I might also add back a sea turtle because I've not had that in freaking years. And I don't think there's any reason why I shouldn't. I need to update this map, but I'm waiting for the grass to finish regrowing. Alright, so over here, I think this tunnel is new or upgraded or something. Well, it's definitely new because this is a new raid farm. Because the other one don't work anymore. Also, I forgot to freaking turn off this trident killer. How do I even do that? I don't know how my own farm works. There you go. So yeah, now this is updated. How's your problem? This is new. I don't know, I don't really want to go too in-depth. Got a lot of freaking storage. Got storage up here, which I don't think I had that in my old one. Also, random fun fact time. This is a natural pink sheep that I freaking found. And there's a freaking stupid story behind it. So you'll notice that its name is 10%. That's for a very good reason. So basically, for my mob prison, I wanted a pillager captain with an enchanted crossbow. I didn't want just any normal pillager captain. I wanted one, you know, as cool as possible, so might as well get the enchanted crossbow. It's a 10% chance to get that, so 1 in every 10 pillager captains should have an enchanted crossbow. Well, that wasn't my story. I freaking spent so long. I don't know how many I had to freaking kill, but obviously I used this because they spawn here. So yeah, I was doing that for freaking so long, and I freaking found a pink sheep or I got the freaking 10% chance pillager captain. So that was so freaking stupid, man. It's not even that rare, 10%, and I find a freaking pink sheep, which is, let me Google this, which is a 0.164 chance. 10% chance? Nah. 0.164% chance? Hell yeah. Might as well go up here. Check it out. You know, this is the kill chamber. Or not the kill chamber, but the AFK area. The kill chamber is this. I'm not gonna go inside because I can't be asked. But there you go. So yeah, there's an extra villager or two just chilling behind that window. Hello. Alright, we also have a lot of new stuff in my desert area. Recently I decided to finally get rid of the useless redstone on my villager hall. In the future, I'm actually going to make this look much nicer, but the start of that is removing the unnecessary redstone. So I did that. I also, before I had blocks above here indicating which librarians had bookshelves and glass, but now I actually implemented them into the floor. I don't know, it's just nicer this way, I find. These ones have glass, these have glass and bookshelves, these have bookshelves, these just have books. Nothing special about these guys. Huge change. I added item frames showing what's down each path, because sometimes I play freaking Ring Around the Rosie around this thing. Forget which tunnel is which, but now the water goes to the outside, which is a waterfront. This goes to the zombie spawner. This goes to the desert tunnel. Also, I think this is new. I updated my little farm here because freaking zombies and mobs would non-stop freaking stomp on this shit. So I added a fence. Great. Also, I would stomp on it when trying to get out of the water, so I had this bridge. Pretty crazy. So now, like, instead of jumping up onto the plant, I jump onto the bridge. And there's no risk of stomping on any crops. Hooray. I don't know why it's taken me so freaking long to realize this, but I've always wanted a clean light source in the desert, but never knew what to do. But what I'm gonna do is add sandstone slabs with light underneath. These torches on top are just temporary, they're just indicators of where I have and haven't done, but I'm gonna fully do that. Fix that up eventually. It's just something that's annoying and I can't be asked to do. I did it on Turtle Island though, and as you can see, it's much cleaner than it looked like before. This is the upgraded, or slightly upgraded, what I like to call the floating district. Added nice docks. Freaking so annoying, man. One of the things I lost in my great progression loss was made a new design for this little axolotl farm thing in the style of this dock. So I fully designed it, made it, and I also made it cool, like, because this axolotl area, unintentionally, as you can see, fish spawn here and they instantly devour them. So I thought might as well put that to use. So I added like an automatic allay collection system and everything. It was freaking sick, man, and now it's just all completely gone. And the world I designed it in is gone too, so I can't even see the design, and it just pissed me off. For the general mob farm, I finally removed the old one and burnt all the blocks. Check out my old world tour if you have no idea what I'm talking about. But for my current general mob farm, the design has these two sections. I used to only have one section, but I finally built up the second one. It works with one, but obviously it's better with two. So I finally built the second one. Stupid because I think a new upgraded mob farm design came out. So I could have taken this one down and built the new improved design, but I couldn't be asked, and I just finished this design. I still need to freaking add a section for witch drops, and now I know that more than ever after freaking glowstone. Oh yeah, I'll show that in a minute. Another thing, so this is a drowned farm, and this was another thing that was lost in the great loss. So I freaking built this and then it was gone and I had to freaking build it again. But yeah, this is a drowned farm, so you can get a microscopic amount of copper and a bunch of tridents Not that I'm ever gonna need this, because I already have an absolute ridiculous amount of tridents, and this is an absolutely horrible way of getting copper. But I just built it because why the fuck not? And then it's so stupid because I lost it, and it's not an important build to make, but I built it because why the fuck not 2 times? I forgot to show this. There's over here. We have another section for little guys. For this guy's where I got all my glowstone. These guys, I think I got all of these guys for quartz because before I redid my whole base floor, I was gonna redo the ground of the quartz area with smooth quartz, and I needed a fuck ton of quartz. So I got all of these villagers, and then at the last minute I decided, you know what, fuck it, no quartz. I'm gonna redo the whole thing with the mixed moss and stone. Not a very pretty area, but when I eventually make this thing real nice, the basement will go along with it probably. Is there anything else that I've forgotten? Oh, there is one thing I'm forgetting, which is very important. The anniversary celebration. The most important thing. But I think we're done in terms of showing things off. Just kidding, I'm back because there was something else that I forgot and noticed while editing. So, you may recall the freaking 7-hour live stream I did getting all of the trial chamber items. Well, all of that was part of the great loss. So, every single item in that stream gone, and had to get them all back, which I did, you know, fully enchanted a mace. Hell yeah. Also involving trial chambers. I have a trial chamber farm, so you can drink a potion if you want. Ominous, come in here. Yep, these fuckers just die. There's more rooms. Then there's another section. And I got a lot of the area mined out because I needed copper. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do anything aesthetically in this area, like clear it all out or something. Who knows? So yeah, the mobs spawn in the lava and die, and you get loot. You don't get the mob drops, I don't think. You may occasionally get some, but the main reason these exist are for the keys, so that you can just get an absolute fuck ton of keys and not have to freaking fight in the chambers to get keys. And then when exploring chambers, you can just breeze through them and use the keys no problem without giving a shit about the mobs. And not so fucking fun fact, I've freaking had to build this like 3 times or something, because I originally built it and then they changed it so that hoppers not being able to pick up items through the spawners or something, so I had to completely redo the whole thing, I think. And then of course the great loss happened and I had to freaking build it again. So yeah, man, I had to fucking build every single one of these like 3 times, I think, which is great, but works now. There's probably more things that I'm forgetting to show, but guess we'll never know. And now on to the celebration. And you know what? Let's do something here. We're gonna do this celebration in vibrant visuals mode. Ooh. They added vibrant visuals, which is pretty cool. More accessible shaders. It's pretty nice, but I don't know. I don't really use them all the time. I feel like I just enjoyed the natural Minecraft look. This is cool and all, but I don't know. It just ain't hitting perfectly. They need to do something. Also, random side note about vibrant visuals. I freaking hate the pixelated shadows. I get it's a pixely game, but like, why would the shadow be the weird and pixelated when I'm perfect cubes? It just, some people like this, but it just pisses me off for some reason. I don't know. Anyways, enough negativity. It's celebration time. Don't you dare defile Mount DDD. Hello. I don't need another dog, so I'm just gonna let you. Here, have that. I'm just gonna let you deal with your anger issues. It is time. Mr. Cake, give me your cake. Thank you. Oh, this is Dirt Dirk. I don't know if you've met him, but fun fact about him. I very occasionally do live streams on Twitch. And in one of them, I think I was fixing terrain because there was some weird chunk error where there was just a giant flat wall somewhere over here, and I decided to terraform it so that there was no longer a giant flat wall, and now you can't even tell where it was because I did such an amazing job. Anyways, during that live stream, I found Dirt Dirk and tamed him and then lost him, but eventually I found him and now he's chilling in here. Let's go. I think we should put it right here. Let's go. Oh, kidnap. Wow. 6 years, man. It's been real. This isn't even like a Let's Play series, so it's not like you've been along this journey with me, but it's been a journey, as you may be able to tell. We're actually freaking running out. Only 5 years left until DDD's mouth is full. 5 years is no short amount of time, but it's gonna happen eventually. What am I gonna do? DDD's mouth is gonna be, that's a problem for another day. 6 years in the future actually is when that's gonna be a problem. We're at 6 years now, so double that and give the issue to the next person. Just kidding, I'm not freaking gonna give my world away. Fuck that. I could build the little chain thing, but I can't be fucking asked. I will, however, new tradition starting last year. Gotta give Mr. Cake the cake for next year. And I'll see you next year. By then, hopefully I've done this year's cauldron, because sometimes I forget to do that. Bye now.